Hey everybody, Drew here to introduce this wonderful episode. We are getting towards the end of the Dead Sons Adventure Path. That is pretty crazy to see how far we have come in these many months together, and I look forward to seeing where things end up. But before we get to that, I get the honor of announcing the winner for December's Fan Submission Challenge, our Season 2 NPC Challenge. And we didn't limit anybody to just be able to put in one, so we had people sending in 2 or 3, and our winner is actually one who submitted 3 different submissions. Jason K, aka Darkest Squidman, you have won. Congratulations. But which of your NPCs that you submitted won? Well, you're just going to have to tune in to Season 2 of Cosmic Crit to find out. We've got some runner-ups, including Golden Paws, Awesome, Astrozoan Information Broker, and many Skittermanders. If I had a Skittermander arm for however many Skittermanders we had, I don't know, I'm doing math, Skitter math. Divide it by 3, and that's how many halves of Skitters you have. I don't know. It's late, or it's early, because who knows what time we're recording this. But thanks to everyone who submitted NPC. I know this is a contest that's going to come back at some point in the future. This is the second round that we have done this, so expect that to happen. Who knows? 6 months? Year? We'll see when Season 3 happens. Wink. That's a Christmas callback. Huh? Yeah. Anyway, don't forget about January's fan submission contest. The rules and regulations are all on CosmicCrit.com for our guest spot, where you submit an audio sample, and we will pick somebody to do a little recording that we will plug into a future episode in Season 2. I keep saying Season 2 because it's just around the corner. I can't believe it, but I don't want to waste too much more of your time because we've got some pretty big stuff happening as we round out the final days of Cosmic Crit Season 1 Dead Sons AP. I present to you Episode 68.
The Ellicoth Company. Last time on Cosmic Crit.
We stole a tram and were chased through the tunnels of the Empire of Bones.
Raimi drives it like he stole it because, well, he did.
All aboard for stops in engineering, cooling systems, and Cucamonga.
Andis reads a newspaper while Raimi drives like all of our lives depend on it.
Dross likes tram rides. They are peaceful and extra safe when covered in fire-retardant foam.
Must go faster. Must go faster.
Unable to outrun our foes, we defeated them in hand-to-hand combat.
It's another slugfest! Terminator Security Bot vs. the Androssinator!
3? 3 Pronk and Ellicoth? I think I just magic missile myself.
Ellicoths? What do you guys say we get back on the tram?
Episode commencing in 3, 2, 1. Episode initiated.
Welcome, Furians and Necromongers, as we travel across a long, dark landscape full of monsters on today's episode of The Criticals of Riddick. My name is Patrick, and I'm your GM here, your glooming monster skulking through the darkness of an inhospitable planet. We're taking on a team of bounty hunters trying to drop us off on a planet full of lava and prisoners. And joining me are my 5 fellow escapees, your players, and my 5 friends. To my left, a young girl who shaves her head to look more like Vin Diesel. It's Drew playing Feldspar.
It's about family.
To his left, the tweaking bounty hunter sworn to take his quarry to a prison planet. It's Jabert playing Andis 147.
Yeah, she.
Across the digital table, a large blind monster who burns in bright light. It's Miles playing Raimi Quindar.
You're all scared of the wrong thing.
To his left, the de facto captain of a ship going down in flames. It's Rebecca playing Alindra Vallis.
Hello.
And finally, to my right, the holy man that somehow survives a massive alien onslaught. It's Tyler playing Adros Feronis.
A rough voice, a one-liner, and big biceps.
I would have also accepted I am Groot. Close enough.
I love the Riddick movies. So.
They are so awful and so good at the same time. I
love them so much.
I saw Chronicles of Riddick in theater. And
I did too.
Like, what did I just watch?
Because the first time I ever met Rebecca, she made fun of me for going to see that movie.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry.
I'm giving Rebecca so many cool points right now. No, Rebecca, you are well in the right on that. Oh, howdy, folks. How's everyone doing?
Pretty good.
Good,
How are
good.
you?
Good. You have some nice holiday time, some time off work. We had a little podcast break in there too.
Yeah, nice and relaxing.
Yeah, it's a new year.
I bought a chainsaw so I could make my own fang blade.
What?
Okay.
Is that how those are traditionally made? The chainsaw?
Well, I mean, yeah.
That's the closest we can get here on Earth.
Are chainsaw swords. So I bought a chainsaw so that I could try to turn it into a sword. And
I don't think your wife is going to let you do that.
Tyler starting 2019 off right.
And
Yes.
Tyler, if you can't get a fusion on it to make it return to you, just use some string. Same thing.
Chain, I think, is what you're going to want to go with. The string won't last that long if you're whipping it around.
I like
If you need it on a budget,
time use.
If you need it on a budget, some dental floss will do very nicely.
Yeah, but you're gonna want to triple that bad boy up. Right.
But wrap it around your finger real tight so it turns purple.
Oh gosh.
Let's talk about last time on the podcast where you all almost escaped on the 1/4 grav train as you raced through the many decks of the Empire of Bones. You'd think you'd be able to perfectly get away just zooming through the ship with the ace pilot Raimi at the commands. But I went back and I looked at those rolls, and almost every single speed up check, save for 1 or 2, my undead commando was able to match you all, and he was trying to do the double piloting checks, giving him a little negative. Doesn't have as good as a piloting skill as Miles, but yeah, I think my lowest was like a 9, which was a success on that action because they actually had a lower level for their security train. It was like level 10. But that was the exact opposite of my mini combat rolls from the last few episodes, which this resulted. I was able to follow you guys throughout the decks, all the way up to the command deck where we got this fight. I got to bring out the huge Terminator security robots. And as I said last week, there's repercussions if you fail to shake them off your tail. So first you had to fight the security train. And now there's no time for you all to rest. Not even to catch your breath after that, because from the darkness from this station, 3 giant Ellicoth step forth, these towering, lumbering, spindly-legged, gargantuan creatures, and you hear their plaintive wailing through your space suits as it kind of shakes the metal grates beneath you. It's initiative roll time, everybody.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and you know we rolled initiative before we started, and got some pretty bad rolls here, but first up in this combat is Alindra Vallis.
All right.
Hey, Rebecca.
Hi. So, yeah, Alindra sees these giant things.
You want to
a little
fight? Go
bit
fight. Have fun.
So she's a little bit hurt. She's not feeling great right now. But coming off of this previous combat and the high there, I think she's just gonna stellar rush right at this guy.
Ooh. So I'm guessing the closest one you got a straight line of sight to.
Yeah. So I'm gonna step right in front of Adras and just run at this guy thing. Ooh. I don't know that it's a guy.
Yeah, no, I haven't looked underneath the hood either. It will get an attack of opportunity as they spotted you from afar and were coming to investigate. So this one first attack brings down one of its massive tusks. It's going to try and gore you as you getting closer to it. A 9 on the dice. That is going to be a hit. And let me roll some d10s. Oh no. 4 damage. Pretty high rolls to start the game here. 17 on 2d10. And that is a total of 32 points of damage. Start us off. Piercing damage.
Dang. Okay, hold on. I gotta do some math.
Yes.
I take you're into HP damage now.
Yeah.
Okay. It's getting real. But you are able to charge in and make an attack as soon as it dips down to try and stab at you. You're within range here, so.
Yeah, so I'm just going to use my solar weapon, and I'm photon attuned. Mm-hmm. So 29 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that's a hit.
Awesome. So that'll do 53 damage.
That's too much, Rebecca. Oh, my gosh.
It's just enough, Patrick.
Oh, no. 53?
53 with photon attunement.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, it looks very hurt. You're able to just slice off one of these tentacles coming out from underneath its tusks on its face. Your armor starts giving off the radiation alarms, but everyone here has level 7 armor or higher. Is that correct?
Yes.
Pretty sure we're all at level 12, a little boosted up, which means, yeah, you're basically immune to all those effects it's giving off. Great, that is your turn. Turn 1, number 2 in order is Knack Feldspar. Drew, welcome back. It's Ellicoth party time.
Oh yeah, there ain't no party like an Ellicoth party because an Ellicoth party stomps you to death.
Oh, jeez. Have you been saving that for a week?
I have not. Been trying not to think about this. So this room here, is this like the room in the other tram area where it's open to the air? It's not closed off, but it's like
yes. In the middle of the room, there is indeed what looks like an abandoned little station, about 25-foot square, that will cause a great deal of difficulty for you to move through. They will be able to step right over it because these walls are only about 3-4 feet tall.
Okay, gotcha. Just trying to think if there's anything in there to go and see if we can get a hand. I was hoping we were going to get one of these rooms that had a big metal arm in the corner, but it does not appear to be that way.
Nope, there's one of those. Looking through this room, you saw as you came in, it is set up just like the other grab station, but in the orientation, this is in the kind of aft quadrant of this room. It is indeed the controls for a giant claw arm.
I relay that to Andis. Buddy, get in there. And Knack is going to peek. They're going to move. Knack is going to move up here to this corner.
Yeah, so you're going to the corner of the little.
I'm going to the corner of the little room on the outside. So just straight forward from the tram up to get a little bit closer to the 2 Ellicoths that are here, but also to get the third one into get 'em range if I need to. But I would like to, of course, get 'em the one that is menacing Alindra. And these cats do not have an intelligence score, I'm going to bet, meaning I'm not going to be able to clever feint them. But you know what? We're going to do Inspiring Boost. Alindra takes 29 SP back.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sorry, did you want to get them, just one of them?
Yes, for now.
Okay, and this one that Alindra attacked?
Oops. Yes.
Sorry, get all trigger happy here. Forget how this works. Here we go. Let's do get 'em. Little symbol there for get 'em on this one. Excellent, excellent. All right, next in the turn order, Edros Veronis. We're dipping down here from a 20 roll with Alindra, 19 with Knack, to a 10 for Tyler's Vesk character.
Not the most fleet start to combat for a Dross.
No.
All right,
I also rolled pretty poorly. So.
Oh, good. That's good news. So what we have right now is there are 3 Ellicoth. Alindra is menacing on 1, but she just took a really bad hit. So Dross is thinking it would be very bad to have these other 2 join in and possibly just wail on Alindra. So he's going to run forward past the small controller room, and then he's going to take about a 45-degree turn to the left and charge towards, do a very similar Alindra move, charge towards the Ellicoth that is in the middle, and hopefully that will also block the other Ellicoth from moving past me, or past Adros, I should say.
Okay, so charging the middle one here, so it will also get the attack of opportunity coming at you with another gore attack. 13 on the dice. That is a hit. Yeah. Roll some d10 for piercing damage. Whoop, whoop. That is 29 points of piercing damage. Stabs into you, maybe buckles a little piece of your armor in a place, trying to get through to the Vesk meat underneath, but you making an attack?
Yes. So at the end of the charge,
Yeah,
I don't know how easy these guys are. This will be the Vorpal Blade. But with Soldier's Onslaught, I can attack twice at the end of this now if I want to. But I think I'm just going to stick with, I don't know how hard Edros hasn't fought an Ellicoth in a while. These guys look crazy.
That was book 3 back on Eox, and it was a single one. And I remember it was pretty hard. It was a pretty hard fight, I thought.
It was pretty hard, yeah. So I think he's going to be conservative here in the beginning. Just a single attack.
Ooh. Good that you did here. Oh no, that was a 9 on the dice. That's not that bad.
9. Yeah, only a 9. So
that is a hit.
To hit.
Very
good.
much a hit.
Some good damage here. 46 points of the slash attack.
Right. First attack on this one. And yeah, you are laser focusing these two's attention on you, Adros and Alindra, much like a melee character probably should. Next in the turn order, it's Andis 147 with a 9 in the initiative count.
Not ideal. Let's see. So I'm going to move action, stow my disruption pistol, and swift action, draw my needler, and I'm going to try to hit the Ellicoth that Alindra is attacking right now with a counter agent. And I'm going to, I'm going
Hack
to
their bios.
I'm going to try to reduce its AC by 2. See if we can't make that magic happen.
All right, rolling against KAC here. Let's see what you got.
All right. That's a 29 versus KAC.
Oh, yeah, that is a hit.
All right, I've rolled some minimum damage, so not great on that. But that's going to be 13 points of damage and -2 to AC, both ACs.
Ouch, ouch. I don't see this one living very long. It's getting the brunt end of the Andis Alindra, the double A attacks. You don't like to see that. Okay, any movement, or did you track it?
I used a movement to put my
right.
gun away.
Gotcha.
So.
You don't throw it on the ground callously like someone who won't be named.
Whoa.
Next in the turn order with an 8, Remy Quindar.
So Remy's probably just like blinking very quickly, just seeing his friends run toward these massive beasts without a plan.
Running through the darkness, your eyes can pick out their figures amongst these towering 50-foot tall behemoths. I like to think of them as spider elephants.
So he is going to right about here.
And between the two that Alindra and Edros are fighting?
Yeah, and cast Explosive Blast.
A classic. Now that's a level 3 spell you're blasting off. All right, so reflex save for both of them. Oh, they got a great reflex. These are fast, giant creatures. Double 7s, lucky slevens. What is the DC on these?
19, I believe.
Okay, so these are passes. For both of them, just passes, a 7 on the dice. So half damage. What did you roll for damage?
43. So it would be 21.
21 pilots. Got it. Getting stressed out by the amount of damage you're doing here. Okay, yeah. The Ellicoths are lit up for just a moment as a massive explosion kind of rocks them. You can point it, at one of their hides, and it blasts. The explosive wave catches the other one, and they are able to just kind of duck out of the way of a lot of that damage as soon as it happens. But gosh, even with just hitting 2 of them, you did about 40 points of damage this turn. Let's see if we can keep this up. The bottom of the turn order, they start to move. They're all lumbering on these long, creepy legs, kind of like Salvador Dali elephants that have come to life to attack you. Like my nightmares.
I thought you were about to say like you do.
Like you do as well.
Can we see these blown up a little bit? I want to see what these guys really look like.
So these do look a little different from the Ellicoth that you fought in the wilds of Eox. These guys have on these pretty crazy high-tech collars, very similar to the ones that were around the Cernox in the hangar bay. But
It reminds me of Cthulhu in his younger years.
It's a little Cthulhu.
He's in his rebellious punk stage.
Yeah. Hot topic Cthulhu.
Yeah. Shut up, Mom. I'm going to listen to Linkin Park right now.
Cthulhu.
Let me see. So we've done a good amount of damage to this one, the one that Alindra is fighting. So it looks down at you, Alindra, and it attacks with its trunks, these long, I need to stop saying spindly, but everything on this creature is indeed spindly. It has these tentacles coming out of its face, and it tries to smack you with one of them, and it's going to make a attack with one of them. I haven't had this in a while.
We need a miss. We need a miss.
KAC, an 18 on the dice, and is within reach. It is you all struck and take some damage. This is a little different from its gore attacks. I'm going D6 here. So that's 18 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make a fortitude save.
Ooh, okay.
It's got a jacket.
13. I think I ought to re-roll that.
Have
I used my re-roll?
You used it last episode.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no.
Well,
Bad times ahead.
And oddly, you rolled a 13 last time and used it, and then you just rolled a 14. So it didn't really.
Man, Drew, it's like you.
It's like I just listened to the episode.
I don't understand the joke. Did you just listen to the episode?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. He did just listen to the.
That's pretty funny. All right, so not only are you struck with this is the Ellicoth's ability. I don't know if we identified it last time. It's a supernatural ability called Soul Drain. And as it smacks into you with these tentacles, you start to feel the life leech out of you. You are staggered, as per the condition right now. And while staggered, you can still see, up above you, this creature menacing, threatening to take your life. But what you also see is the wound that you just inflicted on it begin to stitch up and heal itself a little bit.
Oh no.
I remember these guys doing this, I think.
Taking down a little bit of the massive Solarian blade slash you gave it last turn. Okay, that is what this one does. I think this guy is going to do the same thing to Adros. Make that KAC attack. I've rolled a lot less on the dice. A 5 on the dice. That is going to be a miss against a Idros KAC.
I'll take it.
And the third Ellicoth is not within combat range, so it is just going to move up into the center of the room here, basically on top of Knack. And from here, it has range for a Knack, an Alindra, and an Edros. Let's randomize this and have some fun. See who he wants to attack.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
No. It just moved right up on top of you. It has not moved past a threatened square yet. It is. Ooh, no! It's going for a Knack. 3 on the die.
Knack,
on a
Knack,
D6.
Knack whips his tail blade around wildly.
Getting ready to go. And it's just going to make a gore attack. An 18 on the dice. That's a hit. Ooh, rolling rocks tonight. That is 29 points of piercing damage, and we are done with the Ellicoths. On the turn to Alindra Valis. Back to you. Staggered. You can only take a move or a standard action.
Yeah, question about that. So, how long am I staggered?
Do you have a mysticism? I can tell you if you know more about this ability, the Soul Drain.
Yeah, a little bit.
Ooh, nice. What'd you roll?
24.
Right. So I think I made the DC to figure out these things a little more difficult the first time you fought them, because they are, really strange and unusual. You really only see them on Eox. But now that you've fought them, I'm lowering the DC, which means you know the basics of the Ellicoth. Maybe you researched them after the fight on Eox. The Soul Drain ability, it is only a single round of staggered if you fail that fortitude save. But it can do it again, and you are not immune to it, so danger.
Okay, cool. So while I'm staggered, I can only take one move or one standard. However, I can use swift actions as per usual. So I'm going to go ahead and activate my haste circuit.
Nice.
And hit it with my solar weapon.
Go right ahead.
That's a 20 to hit. Wait, get him? 22?
Yes.
22 against KAC?
Yes.
Oh, that would be a miss if it wasn't for Andis dropping its AC by 2.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Dude, she rolled a natural toot. She rolled a natural toot, and
I hate you guys so much.
Oh my gosh!
I hate your stupid teamwork. A 2 should be a fail.
Awesome. All right, so that'll do 52 damage.
1 less than last time I see. Oh, someone's slipping.
I know. It's that staggered effect. makes me lose my damage roll.
Oh man, I gotta do so much math. Hold on. Yes, this one not looking so good. The last turn you nicked off one of its tentacles, one of its tendrils hanging out of its mouth. This time I think you take off an entire leg, and you can see it is very much hurt from those attacks and just the injection that got him like maybe right in the eyeball from Andis last turn. It looks near dead. Nakfelspar, we're on to you.
Okay, so this is going to be an interesting turn. Is on the right of the map here, are these little benches that might provide any cover if I were to dive behind one?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go straight right, and I'm going to dive behind this first bench.
Okay. So that's going to provoke some attacks of opportunity.
Yes, but I do have mobility, so there will be a little bit of a bonus.
Oh, well, you think that's going to save you, huh? From, looks like...
I did not say that. I just said there was going to be a little bit of a bonus.
2 potential attacks of opportunity from the Ellicoth, still fighting Alindra, and this one that stood right on top of you and tried to smush you into paste. Let's do the one Alindra is fighting first. Natural 20 on the dice.
Okay.
So
Wow,
good.
that can hit. That has that much range on that thing?
Oh, it's a 20-foot range. These guys are 50
Okay.
foot tall.
Well, all right.
It's bad news, right? Yes. Oh boy. Starting off round 2 for these guys, going pretty well. So 4d10. Roll that first.
Oh man. Oh.
Yikes.
Not bad.
That's a nice average here. So that is, I'm tying for the most damage this combat so far with a crit. That is 53 points of piercing damage.
All right. Hang on. I got to do some math here.
Ooh.
And he still has another Ellicoth to attack.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting ugly.
Are you down into the HP yet? I don't know what the answer is. You just gotta laugh for a moment there. Let's continue the attacks of the Ellicoth, and we'll find out together. Second attack. Ooh, this is only a 6 on the dice. It's gonna try and make that gore attack as well. Now, what is your KAC with mobility?
My KAC with mobility is 32.
That is a miss. Ooh, right. Needed that.
Rock, yes.
And that was only your move, so what you got for your standard?
So I am going to level my semi-auto pistol at the one that Alindra is menacing. I'm going to, of course, shout, "Get him!" And I'm going to spend that RP to have it hit all of them. And let me make sure I'm still in range, because I think when I did the math I was. Yes, I should still be able to hit all 3 of these guys with that.
Gotcha.
So,
Big get 'em.
Big get 'em. Here we go. 25 to hit.
That is it.
24 points of damage.
Against KAC 24. Because he used big get 'em, Drew? Is
Yes,
that what you're
because I
telling
used
me
big
here?
get 'em.
22 on the dice, 24 with big get 'em. Had 23 hit points left.
Yes!
Knocking this guy out the fight that just critted him. Oh boy.
Take that, you filthy animal.
Yeah. This one's out. One out of commission. Basically, all Naxxus Rack putting a single piercing round, semi-auto pistol through its brain pan. We still got this one. Oh wow, there's 2 basically that are now surrounding Adros Veronis. Tyler, it is your turn.
Do not forget, I am unflankable.
I won't, because these guys don't know that.
I know. I just like to remind. I don't have Get 'em on either of these guys, nor do I have Andis
Yes,
AC
you do. You have
lowering.
get them on both of them.
Yeah.
Oh right. Yes, big Get 'em.
Big get him.
I got
If-
so
if you
excited
had
that
not-
you killed that one. I totally forgot.
If you had not used Big Get 'em, that one would still be up.
Yeah. Well, awesome. With that, I feel like I can let loose with Adros. Let's attack 3 times.
Oh my!
Three-
Oh my Lanta, says the peanut gallery. Oh my!
3 Vorpal Blades. Because normally that would be at a -6 for each roll. Thanks to Drew's bonus, they're basically it's just a -4, which is what a typical attack would be. So, first attack, some of these are going to miss for show, but okay, that's going to be a 22 to hit. That's a miss.
Against KAC, it is.
Second attack, that's going to be a miss. Third attack.
No tiger. Oh, hey! There you
Oh yeah, there we go.
go. What's this one? This is a little bit better.
Yeah, that's a 25.
Oh boy, just a hit.
Yeah, it paid off in the end. Listen, as long as one hits, it's technically good.
How much damage are we talking here with Big Ginham applied?
42 points of damage.
Nice. So yeah, this one, now that you've whacked a couple of times, is not doing very well. Looks like it is about ready to topple over, crush you under its weight from a few stories up above.
Ah, run away!
And it's 147. We're on to you.
Let's see. Yeah.
This one has moved in close to you. You still feel, maybe the radiation aura ticking through and bouncing off your armor.
So, do the affected squares from Reach work like they do in Pathfinder? Is it the same shape of?
Yeah.
Okay. So then I am just barely out of range of this Ellicoth right here. Super barely.
Yeah, this one has already used its attack of opportunity to fail.
Oh, right.
That's
true. And I'm a little far away from the other one.
Yeah, Adros is on top of.
Yeah, I'm going to track both of them as a move action. Swift action, pull out my disruption pistol. I'm just dropping my needler on the ground. I'm not gonna take care of that one too much. And then this round I'm gonna use deadly aim and overcharge. Ooh. And I'm gonna go for broke on this one standing sort of in the center.
Where are you aiming at on this guy?
I'm looking at let's see. Let me look at the anatomy of this thing one more time.
Anatomy of an Ellicoth.
Right, exactly. I'm looking at one of these knees, one of these knobbly little knee things. I'm gonna try to
strongest point.
Right,
I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna try to knock a leg out. Let's see.
Oh no!
Nope, that's a natural none.
No. A 0? You rolled a 0 on the dice?
somehow I had a special die made and I rolled a 0 on it.
Special roll 20 digital die.
It's my D21.
Andis, you fool. Everyone knows an Ellicoth knees are the strongest knees in the galaxy. Oh. Okay, go into CosmicCrit.com where we've got a digital dice roller, critical fail effect. Very excited about the Paizo product coming out in 2019 for this, but these are all fan submitted. Thank you, fans. This one, oh no, it's a ranged one called Magic Bullet, submitted by JJJ.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, your shot, as if under mischievous divine intervention, bounces off your target, those strong Ellicoth knees. It has a 25% chance to hit each creature in combat. Each creature.
Jibber, I want to remind you that you've had this one before.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Remember what happened that time?
Oh man.
Each creature rolls 1d4, and you will make an attack against any that roll a 1. So you have to make an attack against these. Any that roll a 1. So let's go ahead. Let's go through this. It doesn't hit Andis. Oh no. Alindra rolled a 1. Naka 2. Let's get the Adros. Whew. And finally, a Raimi for Team Drift Rider.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Raimi's the one. All right, so
I love this fail.
a D4 for the one that Adros is on. Nope. And a D4 for the one that you tried to shoot. It can't, I guess, bounce off that one. But I need to make 2 attacks. Andis.
All right.
First Alindra, and then second Raimi, right next to you.
Good thing I wasn't tracking either one of them.
No tracking, no get 'em. Nothing. These are going to be straight roll against the AC.
I was honestly thinking about tracking Alindra so I could try to like boost her AC.
Oh no!
Real glad I didn't.
Don't worry about the damage because you take the minimum damage. So,
Okay, cool.
like all the D6s will be, or D8s will be 1.
Yes, that's a 20 versus Alindra.
And Alindra, that is a miss, right, Rebecca?
Yes, that's a miss.
All right.
Yay!
All right. You and your 5 on the dice. Let's go for Raimi.
25.
Against KAC or EAC?
EAC, Miles.
That's a miss.
All right.
What's your EAC?
28.
Jeez, what? Oh my gosh, that's disgusting. Alrighty, well, that fail has fizzled, but it's still a very exciting one. Like, you could have hit this other Ellicoth, you could have taken out a Knack or an Alindra. We never will know.
Maybe just yelps in surprise, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, so I imagine it it just
Like, I clearly shot that way. Like, I didn't, like, point it at you, Raimi.
Yeah. No, it bounces off. It's this sonic damage. It seems to have maybe a magical aura of some kind, and it just boom, splits in half, and one half goes to Alindra, the other to Raimi. But that is fine. No one's down, and Raimi, we're on to you, Miles.
All right, so Raimi is going to take aim at this guy that Adros is attacking.
Okay.
So he's probably going to move just a little bit to the west, kind of where Knack is with these, what are they, benches or?
Yeah. There's some benches on the
far
starboard side of this room.
So he's going to move down those benches so that he can get a better shot at the Ellicoth that Adros is fighting.
Okay.
And he is going to use his good old artillery laser.
Right.
Is that 28 to hit?
That's a hit.
For 21 damage.
23 because of...
Oh, yeah, Big Get 'em. Mm-hmm. Can we stop calling it Big Get 'em? I feel like a 4-year-old.
Big Get 'ems.
It's Big Get 'em.
Get 'em, Bigs. Empowered Get 'em.
See, there you go. Empowered Get 'em. Advanced Get 'em.
Get
'em
all of
squared.
them.
Yeah, get all of them. I like that too.
Get them all. All right. So that is a hit. It is still up. It's looking very weak. And it is the Ellicoth's turn. Adros right underneath this one. You can see it is hurting a great deal. And if you want, you can make an attack of opportunity. It kind of just limps away on its turn.
Oh, I almost feel bad for it. Oh, I'm gonna kill it.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Well, maybe not. It's got get 'em on it, so 25.
That is a hit.
Yes. Oh, really low damage. 29.
30,
That is-
31.
Yeah, no, that's enough.
31.
Both of them are enough to take this guy out at its knees, and it kind of just topples over. Kind of a few legs haven't gotten the signal yet from its brain that it's dead because it's still like moving, kind of like a spider in its death throes. Its legs crinkling up underneath it. 2 down, 1 to go.
Whew.
This one, though, is the one that we have left. Not going to move, is going to make a couple of attacks. It's going to throw one against Adros and one against Alindra. These are its gore attacks. So let's do first against Adros. Adros. 6 on the dice again. I can't hit Adros to save my life. That is a miss. And against Alindra, KC attack. Natural 1.
Yes.
That's not going to do it for this guy. He's not doing well. Those are both misses. That is the entire Ellicoth turn. How far they have fallen from their 50-foot high up perch. Let's go into turn 3. Alindra Valis. I forgot what happens turn 3. Oh,
yeah,
no.
it's been a while since I played.
no.
Yeah, so turn 3, I'm going to move right up next to this guy. He got in a reaction against Knack. Is that still in effect? Or has that reset?
It is reset because he has gone.
Okay.
We're in a new turn. So if you're moving, it will provoke.
Yeah, I think I have to. Don't I?
Well, if you're
where
gonna
were you?
supernova, you can.
I guess I don't have to because I was 15 feet away, right?
Is this where you were, this square?
Yeah.
No, you are not
20
within
feet?
15.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to move anyway. All right, so I'll move right up next to it and it gets an attack.
All right, it's gonna try its best. Do you have mobility?
No.
All right, let's go. I'm doing well on these attacks of opportunity, and finally I've rolled a little bit better. 11 on the dice, and that is going to be a hit against KAC. Roll some d10s. 27 points of piercing damage from this Ellicoth. It is full health, and it is raring to go. It's seen you murder its stable mates. It wants revenge. It needs revenge.
All right. Well, before it gets revenge, I have a supernova to roll against it.
Oh no.
So 42, unless it makes a reflex save.
The answer to life, the universe.
You know what? It's actually 43. Sorry.
Yeah, it's actually 45.
It's actually 45.
Or no, empowered get him. That is a 1 on a reflex save, so I don't care what your DC is. It has failed, taken all of that damage.
So that's 45 damage.
Ouch. Yeah, so once again, after the explosive blast in round 1, this lights up the entire room, and you can see bits of its scaly irradiated flesh just burn away in a solar flare that kind of illuminates it in a column, about a 15-foot square column. A lot of damage. It is still up, and it is Nax's turn.
All right, we're gonna stay. Nax's gonna stay where he is. Get him, regular. Get him this time. Semi-auto pistol. Let's rock. So that is a 23 to hit
against KAC. That's a miss.
Oh no!
So close, but need to roll better than 5 on that dice. A move action.
I'm gonna stick right here.
All right, behind the benches. Edros Veronis, we're on to you.
All right. Adros is going to spend a move action to line up his charge. He will be flanking with Alindra when he completes this charge, so he will have flanking. He will have get him, and he will charge and use Soldier's Onslaught to make 2 attacks at the end of the charge.
Alrighty.
Charge is standard?
For this
For
guy,
a Blitz Soldier, it is.
Dunk.
Yeah, no. These two are the charge flanking buddies to end all melee combats, apparently. Let's see some attack rolls, Tyler. The dice do them talkins.
All right, so here come the 2 attacks. Thanks to the bonuses from flanking and from Nax Get 'em, these are basically straight rolls. So
Yep. Well, rolls plus your bonuses. Your base attack bonus and everything.
28 to hit.
That is a hit.
Nice, 42 points of damage.
Okay, it's still up.
Second attack. Come on! I want to see a big number! Oh, that barely hits, I think. 25?
It is a hit.
Oh, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. 35 points of damage.
All right. Yeah, it's still up after that. But it is. Ooh, it's hurting badly. Very, very badly. And it's 147. Back to you.
All right. I am going to take 2 shots at this thing, and I'm doing a deadly aim again. So these will be at a -4 overall.
Alrighty. 2 shots coming up. You all think you can drop these things like it ain't nobody's business.
30 against... Oh, wait. 26 against EAC.
That is a hit.
All right. And then that's going to be 31 points of damage.
Still up. Let's get that second attack roll going.
Let's see. Awesome. All right. And a 30 versus EAC.
Ouch. A lot more damage too, right?
Well, no, just 1 more damage.
Well, a lot more than you need, I should say, because it had 3 hit points left. That one's dead. We're out of combat.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Boy, they started off so strong. Just started slaughtering them. Oh no. Oh boy.
We do.
Alindra would like to find a corner in which to take a 10-minute rest.
We can rest in this controller room, I guess.
Yeah. Well, okay. You did just get to the command deck after a fight with this other security train, and at this fight here, you want to rest here in the grav station. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Nak is also going to use a Mark II healing serum.
Took some HP damage then.
Yeah, and by the way, since I have regenerative blood, when I take my 10-minute rest, I also gain 10 HP back.
Oh.
Just auto-magically.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Semi-automagically.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Mark IIs are 3d8, right?
That is correct,
Correct.
Drew. Roll those up. Let's see what happens.
12. Great.
Yeah. It is, you guys just plop down maybe on these these benches as all you can hear is one another breathing heavily into open comms as you see to your wounds. But it's only about 100 seconds later, maybe a minute or so, all the displays in this room, on the trains, in this small station, light up, and a massive holographic projector alights. And you see, once again, a image of a skull emerge from the inky blackness projected here. It is a Vesk skull, that of the captain of the ship, Gourd Nashal. And the comm units that you took off of Officer Malakar and her second in command both light up as well. And you can see the skull's jaw moving. It seems like trying to contact you.
Trying to contact us or trying to contact whoever has the communicator?
Maybe a little column A, a little column B.
Should we even answer that? I think we should just let that go to voicemail, right?
Well, if I activate my hollow skin, is that enough to trick a communicator?
I don't think so.
So you have put yourself into Project Tombstone and Wraith 2.0, which means you cannot be seen by the computer system, like the cameras here. So if there are cameras in this room projecting what they see, you would not show up.
Okay, so they don't see. So this thing doesn't. It's not like FaceTime or Skype where it would have a camera on it. It's utilizing cameras elsewhere.
Well, they would be tied in to the system. All the communications on this ship are routed through the main computer on the Empire of Bones. So the virus Officer Malakar implanted affects basically every camera system, including if you were to try to send images of yourself through your own personal comm units.
I say we answer. Can I set my vocal modulator to sound as much like Malakar as I can, based on our interactions with her?
You can try, yeah.
Is there a check I need to roll for that, or is that just something that...
That would be a part of a bluff, basically, if you wanted to try and make that, but you're picking up the comms?
Let's pick up the comms. Everybody okay with that before I do this, before I press the green accept button? I assume it's green. This is Eox. It could be black.
Blood purple.
The black light.
Everything is black lights here. You can see they're very clean.
I thought that mustard stain came out.
Yeah, go for it.
After a long pause, if you open up the communication line, after that, the captain says, "This is Gourd Nashal, captain of the Empire of Bones, the man responsible for the crew you have killed up until this point, with whom I have the pleasure of conversing. What be your names? Those brave enough to take on the corpse fleet on their own."
Imitating Malakar, I say, you should have known. It was me, your number 2, the whole time. This is a mutiny. You should have seen it coming a mile away, but you didn't, you fool.
All right, make a impossible bluff check right now.
I love you, Drew.
3 on the dice. Well, I'm going to tell you this is not going to work at all because
I don't get a bonus for my vocal modulator.
Oh, not a single bit. Because he pulls up a data pad in front of him showing the corpse of Officer Malakar and says, "Very funny. I like to kill those with humor. I am impressed with your capabilities. Is this magic you're using, or is this some kind of high-tech alien devices that is allowing you to evade our cameras to stay invisible for so long?"
Oh, I thought he was talking about the vocal modulator. I was like, oh, it's the spookiest of magic.
Because I haven't turned it off yet. Wouldn't you like to know? Why don't you come down here and find us, and I'll show you.
I'm looking at my beloved pet Ellicoths right now. You all killed them. I can see that plainly.
That wasn't us. That was your guys. So they did it by accident.
Those whom I raised, sacrificing those my very soul, beasts whom this former Vesk loved, with what remained of my heart. If you hadn't murdered them, I might well have let you live. But now I'm sad to say that you will be personally overseen by this captain as you're dismembered slowly to ensure that you're comfortably and magically healed after each and every limb is ripped from your bodies. What do you say to that?
You're a terrible liar. You'll never find us, and you'll never beat us.
We'll see if my response teams are indeed able to find you. They're crawling this entire ship. You will not have a moment's rest, not until I find you. What is it you plan to do here? You plan to take on the entire ship? I admire your ambition, your drive, but the fact is you're outnumbered 1,000 to 1. What game are you playing at?
Starfinder!
It's easy when the captain's so dense, he doesn't even tie his boots.
Starfinders, that's right. You all are the ones, yes. Sabotage is useless. If you took weeks to try and destroy our engines, by the time you were finished, our patch systems would have them repaired. What do you think you can accomplish against one of the greatest battleships in the entire universe?
It doesn't look so great. It's mostly bones. Who makes a ship out of bones? That's ridiculous.
Well, what would you do, sir, if your shields went offline all at once?
We would have them back up in a moment, but that doesn't matter.
Well, let's find out.
We're winning
find
this.
out, shall we?
We're winning this combat. The system will be ours in a matter of hours. You have nothing you can do to stop us. And as soon as you jump in on the line, why don't you make me a computer's check? One that cannot be aided.
That is a 45 on computers.
Oh, sadly, this was a DC 87, so I'm just kidding. 45 is way more than enough, 1.5 times. You are able to detect as soon as you log in your device, with which you use to communicate with Captain Nashal, you're being pinged massively, and you think that they are indeed trying to trace the call through point triangulation, get a read on where you all are. But with that check also seeding, you understand that you're probably able to use this to your advantage. You think that if you succeed in making another computer's check, you could potentially send false data packets through this comm unit, make it look like you're on a whole another section of the ship, kind of throw them off the tail. Is that something you'd be interested in?
Yes, I would. Let's see. I'm going to quickly pull out an injection, stab it into my leg, and give myself a little +2 on this check.
Ooh, now this is happening while Gurnashal is like yelling at Nack.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's just a quick draw. Just like gonna pop it out and just sort of in the background, just like sorry, hang on, diabetes check. Okay, let's see what that is. That's gonna be a 36.
Pretty good on a computer's check. This though is an opposed check.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't often do the secret rolls on the podcast, but I think I don't want you guys to know what this D20 is.
Oh no!
Yeah. GM D20.
Quick, somebody turn on the security cameras in his house. Hack them.
Can you guys see that dice roll?
No.
What dice roll?
Roll.
Yeah.
Can't tell if you're being facetious or not. I've rolled a D20 in secret, and I know the result. And yeah, Andis, you feel pretty confident. You seem to have thrown them off your scent and maybe pinged a deck down below. Maybe one of the weapon decks that are above this one, that are.
I would try to send them to the shield, to wherever sort of the center of operation with the shields.
Where you said.
Right. Yeah. That was my gambit there. As I was going to try to convince him we were going to try to bring down his shields. So maybe he should send a search party there.
At the same time, Andis, it seems like maybe Captain Nashal is wrapping up his speech as well. And it's like, I know that there is a Vesk amongst you. I know you Starfinders. I heard this. Vesk has Varanus blood in him. If there is a Varanus, I'm very eager to meet you in combat, my friend. It's been decades since I've cannibalize my own people's scaly hide.
Well, I'm particular to bone marrow myself.
The column is just cut out, like almost mid-sentence there.
Oh, no! I hate when people do that. I have to think really hard for those one-liners, and then they cut me off.
Burn.
So, quick question. They might be able to scan us. Do we want to throw these communicators on that tram and just wireless hack it to send it off into nowhere to give them another place to look? Or is that overkill?
I think we could just leave it on the ground here, and if they know where we are, then well, they'll find us.
Now, do you want to continue to take your 10-minute rest break here, or move on? Only a couple minutes in, so
It's probably a good idea to move on, just because we know that he's sending teams here because we killed his precious Ellicoths.
Well, it's basically if you believe in Andis's ability to ping back and throw them off your scent. What did I roll on my D20? We'll talk about once the season's over.
If we move, we wouldn't be able to, spend an RP and stuff, right?
Well, the thing we would try to do is we'd try to go to a safer location, right?
Do we even know what that would be, though? Like, where would we go?
All right, so Knack is bleeding out on the floor. Let's just break here and come what may. Cool?
Yeah. I mean, Adros would believe in Andis's ability to fool any undead peeps, so...
Okay. Well, I appreciate the vote of confidence. I'm going to take up defensive positions behind a wall.
I'm going to take up defensive positions behind Andis.
It's the safest place to be.
And 10-minute break.
So it's only a few minutes after that call that you see a light on the other side of the train, that the security train and the single tram that you all brought into this station. Coming through one of these tunnels, it looks like another train pulling into this station.
Okay, gonna undo my 10-minute break changes.
Everybody just stay below the walls. They still don't know if we're actually in here. If they come in here, we can ambush them.
Right. Where are the exits of this room?
To the north, aka the fore of the ship. So it's these 3 large red doors
up at the top.
Right here.
Yeah. So they are coming into the station about 50 feet to the aft of this room, and you're about 60, 70 feet away from the nearest door.
They're coming in right here?
Yes, yeah, the far track.
Okay.
Didn't Patrick say that there were controls to one of those giant arms in this room?
They are.
The other room, yeah.
Nope, there's one in this room. It's
there it
here
is.
In the bottom left-hand corner. Once again, though, it's up to you what you guys want to do, but I'm giving you that information right now. Are you hunkering down?
Is that so the controls are also right on the arm?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. And is this a right up here in this corner? Is this a watchtower? Like in the other?
I think there might be. You can't really see it from where you're at, though. It's in full darkness. And that's about
right.
If there is one, then it was about 50 feet up. So.
Okay, so that was what that was. Okay.
Raimi, how far is your teleport?
30 feet.
Only 30?
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if we should if we should try to sneak out again and then leave somebody here to man the arm to try to block them or attack them, but that's kind of maybe a death sentence if...
Yeah. Or just run, or just make a break for it. Yeah, I think that's your best option is to try to get out of here before they.
Yeah, it's full darkness, and so unless they have some sort of crazy night vision, yeah, let's go. I doubt we have the invisibility this time, but
yeah,
I can promise you that we do not.
Yeah,
I do not like the idea of running away, but if you guys think it is best, I trust you.
Well, don't think of it more as running away as running towards our next fight.
Yeah, no.
Think of it as running towards a warm bed.
This logic tracks flawlessly.
If you're running from here, you're getting closer to the command deck proper.
Yeah, well, what other choice do you have?
All right, so I'm just double checking if you are interrupted in the middle of a 10-minute break, something I think we've only done once or twice before here on the podcast. No stamina points back, not a percentage, not nothing, but you don't lose a resolve point that you would have taken that rest. So if you can just keep moving and hopefully finding someplace else to rest up. As soon as you get to the door, this train pulls into the station and you see a number of undead commandos, like small LED lights maybe on their weapons, just very small pinpricks in the darkness as they begin to move out throughout the room. And you guys, hit this door and head on out.
Raimi leaves a do not disturb sign at the door.
Out of order.
Why do we never think to leave a trap, like a grenade or a bomb or...
I mean, we do.
Some
Patrick always
gum.
preempts.
You guys just said you were running. You didn't say nothing about Kevin McAllister Home Alone in the entire room. So
a grenade would not kill any of them, or it's just
I think you're overestimating the power of grenades.
Well, I just anything to slow them down to let us get to our next step is what I'm saying. Like
they wouldn't go slow.
Well,
They would just walk over their fallen compatriot and run faster.
You have your entire life to think of these things, but you gotta bring it up in the moment. You guys are running out from this room. I'm guessing you still want to try and find a place to take a break. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so you clamber out into another very empty, open to vacuum, dark hallway. Looks like the inside of a rib cage, a H.R. Geiger-inspired nightmare that is the internals of this ship. Go ahead and make me a survival check, see if you can find some place to rest.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we got some good rolls here, and including Tyler, you rolled a skill check and you got the highest on it.
Yeah, it's my
Don't
only good.
understand.
It's my only good one is survival.
Let's
Thank you.
Let's get a
Thank you,
Sirenscape
Book
applause sound.
I don't know if I have a.
Wait, where's the huzzah? Way to go, Tyler. Yes, you're able to find a small, out-of-the-way corridor. It doesn't even seem like the door is operational. It's behind a few boxes, a few crates, but you're able to dip into what seems to be just like a storage closet, and in there, just a pile of undead bodies. What looks like cybernetic zombies at some point. Maybe they broke their material components, stopped working. They've just kind of been shunted onto the floor here into a nice little corpse pile. A perfect place to relax and catch your breath. The body room.
Yeah, Kirby.
Everyone, into this closet. The smell of these corpses will hide our scent and keep us safe.
So
It's open to space, Adras. There's no smell at all in here.
who's burning?
Shut up, Knack. I'm thinking tactically. Quit raining on my parade. I already lost my one-liner to the captain.
Who's burning the resolve here?
Knack is
I
burning
am.
to resolve.
And us too.
And Ross will as well.
Everyone except Raimi?
I mean, I'm not burning one.
Remy ain't take no damage. He fine.
Yeah. All right. So getting your resolve burnt and stamina back up.
And as I mentioned before, I also get 10 HP.
You do get that now. Yes.
Is anybody really hurting on HP right now?
I'm at 62 of 74, so I'm not super hurting, but I don't.
Okay,
know,
no,
I don't. Yeah.
I can give you a treat deadly wounds.
But is that daily? If that's daily, I'd rather wait.
Well, what's the max you can heal him back up?
7 plus
Your level, right?
level. So that would be 19.
What do you think, Drew?
I want it to be worth it, but I still have healing serums, so let's move forward and we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. The final words of Knack Feldspar.
All right, your call.
We are in the end stages of this campaign, everyone. So if you have a super ether or a mega potion you've been holding on to the entire RPG, you should burn those now because we don't want to end the season. You'd be like, oh man, I should have used all this.
You know
cool
what? Yeah, let's treat deadly wounds. Pronk it. I want to get pronk.
Okay, I was talking about any potions or lotions you have, but this is fine too.
Okay. Yeah. So you get back. You're back to max.
Yay.
Nice.
That'll makes me feel better. I've been using the W item trick to make mega elixirs, so we'll be fine.
Right. So, are you all ready to move on from here?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Where to?
Up, I assume.
Yeah, you're pretty sure that you have to. It's almost like the exterior of the ship that you're getting to now. The top kind of like forecastle that is all exposed to the outside. You get some starlight filtering in, so it goes from dark to dim light here. And if you move down these main concourses, they do get smaller to where vehicles won't be able to move through them, only personnel. But as far as the map that you've downloaded from the main computer system, you're heading to the bridge, heading to the command center for the Empire of Bones. It doesn't seem extremely heavily guarded. You do see some robotic patrols every once in a while. They pay you no mind. And it's only, maybe 20 minutes hike later that you come across this, what looks like a massive segment of the ship draped in this bone architecture, and you see a huge set of double doors in front of you up this wide set of stairs.
I'd like to take this opportunity as we're walking up here to reload my weapon. Can I do that?
Well, yeah, I imagine everyone takes the time to see to their weapons when you take that 10-minute rest break.
Just didn't know if I needed to announce that.
check everything while you have time.
Yeah. Adros is also going to turn on his mag boots. Just walk around with his mag boots on, just in case.
So yeah, the command deck is deathly silent. The only thing that you see here is this red rotating security lights that spin on the ceilings 20 feet above your head as you walk through the vacuum exposed hallways. It's not too long though before you come across this massive set of stairs that lead up to a huge deck of the ship. Mark on your map as Deck 3, Cyber Control and Bridge Crew, aka Command Central for the Empire of Bones, and it has a huge set of jet black steel double doors at its start. And as you're walking up these stairs, you notice something. The first time you've traveled on this deck, you've felt that the ship has become just eerily calm, and just about every one of you realizes what that means, having stepped aboard this ship, been on here for over a day. It has thrummed with movement and energy dispersed amongst its bulkheads and floors from the quaking capital guns and the ship's shield's redistribution of energy. But it sounds like maybe whatever was happening before the battle outside has quieted now. The ship seems to be running very still.
That cannot be good news.
Well, either they won the fight or they ran away. But I don't think these are the type of guys to run away.
I feel like we're being set up.
They wouldn't have come all the way across the galaxy just to leave like that.
This is just quiet. A little too quiet.
Oh boy.
Anders, do they make silencers for capital guns?
Let me do a check. No, they do not, sir.
Well, they do make silencers in the sense that we're in the vacuum of space and nothing makes a sound. But I get what you mean.
Right.
Do they make anti-floor vibration things?
for maximum comfort.
Yes.
It seems like we whatever defenses the stellar degenerator was putting up, they may not be functional any longer.
We need to get to the bridge and get control of the ship even quicker.
The doors here at the top of the stairs as you guys head up are indeed locked. How do you want to get them open?
I knock. Just.
It's more like ka-chong, ka-chong, ka-chong. Nothing.
Hello?
There's no answer.
Well, I'm gonna try to engineer these guys open. Anybody want to assist on this one?
Sure.
Don't worry, Anders. If you can't open it, I will force it open with my muscles.
And I'll assist.
Beefy muscles.
Yes. We've proven time again that we are very capable of forcing open doors.
All right, so I've got Oh man, should have aided Raimi on this one. I've got a 39 altogether.
Engineering check. So you guys are going through trying to maybe disable the servos to pop this guy. That is enough. And after a moment, the doors open up and you're bathed in a little bit of light here, dim light from a huge room, maybe 100 feet across here. A little over 80 foot wide, 60 foot long. The other side of this room, you see another imposing black set of reinforced steel double doors. On the left and right sides of the room are metal grated platforms about 10 feet up, these small ladders with doors up there as well. But across the room, there are some computer banks, but what catches your eye here is in the middle of the room, stand on the ground 4 large transparent aluminum display cases showing off what look like magical artifacts, weapons, museum pieces, things like that.
Everyone be careful of traps. It's
Transparent
all too easy.
Transparent aluminum is super strong. It's strong enough to hold a bunch of gallons of water to transport some blue whales back in time. So we have to be careful.
Oh, jeez, Louise.
Yeah, can I make a perception check to look inside for traps?
Please do.
Yeah, seems like an antechamber would be a great place to lock the doors behind somebody and flood the room with gas or something.
Do you want to step into the room to take a peeky?
Check? Oh, sorry.
Perception, no, you cannot assist perception check.
All right.
Yeah, so you're just standing here right at the door.
I'm poking my head in the door. Yeah.
Yeah. So with a 38, you see a figure emerge from the side. Seem to be standing right behind the door. I need everyone to make initiative checks.
Oh no!
Bum bum bum.
What a
Who would
surprise.
have guessed? Who would have guessed? Combat.
So glad that I stepped next to Andis to look at perception checks.
The deck is just completely devoid of any personnel. You just get up there and you're like, oh wow, this was really easy. No.
The end.
It's guarded by lots of people. We're gonna fight them all.
I swear, I roll so low on initiative every single time.
Corpse fleet couldn't hold me back. I'm gonna kill them all.
It's this undead figure that is stepping forward here. Pretty gross looking. They almost look like mummified. These undead are so old. Their flesh leathery casing around their bulging skulls and rib cages. They wear torn and tattered Samu-style robes, and as soon as this one steps forward, 2 more step out from behind these glass cases. So this is what these guys look like. A little bit of this action.
Ew.
Oh, they're fine.
Mom?
And then this one in the back here is all contorted and like a weird kind of angle.
He's just dancing. He's fine.
Let me make an initiative roll as well myself. Roll poorly.
You know how spry mummies are. I mean, unless they're like dancing mummies, in which case I'm not
very
being facetious.
It's so high. But this one does step forward. But Andis, in this surprise round, go ahead and make me a move or standard action.
Let's see.
You're still kind of back behind these cases. You see them moving, standing up through transparent aluminum.
Yeah, I'm going to activate my jetpack, and I'm going to fly about 15 feet up into the air and just sort of move into the room. I'm placing myself behind the transparent aluminum on the left-hand side. And as I go, I call out, "Remember, lasers can shoot through these things." Oh yeah, absolutely. These provide no cover to lasers or anything that's like optical. Transparent aluminum does not provide any cover. It's a little used rule, but it's a fun thing about lasers.
An old code, but it checks out.
Right. I'm calling back specifically to Raimi. I'm like, Raimi, you can shoot these guys no matter what.
They do indeed have a small pedestal there, but yeah, they're going to move right now, so no worries about that. So they move forward. One of them kind of like crab walking on its hands and legs, its head twisted into an awful contortion of what a normal living anatomy might be able to do. And they are done with their surprise round here. Let's go in initiative turn order. Knack, Feldspar, they're on top of you. A lot of them.
I'm gonna guess that I didn't get any kind of reaction attack for that, moving right on top of me.
No, not as flat-footed as you all are.
Grumble, grumble, Shanks. Okay, but I have Adras and Alindra right next to me, so I'm not gonna move. I'm going to quick draw my auto pistol, and I am going to both get him, and I'm going to attempt to clever feint the skulking, crab-walking cat just to my east.
He's a fun guy, this one.
Hey, Chumley, why don't you walk on two legs like a normal guy? That's a 27 bluff check.
What do you roll? What do you roll on the dice here? A 7? Do you want to re-roll that, or do you want to take it and roll the old bonus expertise?
I'm just going to roll the d6.
That is enough with the d6, because you're adding, 2 to that as well?
2.
Alrighty, so yeah, this one seems a little faked out by the whipping of your tail movements, and definitely not the sick burn that you laid on it, and it is indeed going to be flat-footed here.
Look, some of my sick burns are good, some of my sick burns are just practice, but this guy looks like a practice kind of sick burn. Shooting him in the head.
Ooh.
That's a 30, but with 2 plus 2 with get him, 32 to hit.
That is a hit. That is going to provoke, though, from the other 2 that are on top of you.
Pronk.
Did we forget that there's more than one here?
Yes.
Yes, excellent. They are coming at you just with these creepy, leathery, mummified hand strikes. Okay, and this one, you're going to get a little bit of cover because it's kind of fighting around the corner of the door here. Alrighty, now what is your KAC?
28. I don't know if mobility has anything to do with this, but...
Well, you didn't move, so it does not. Alright, so I have rolled a 16 and 11. These are both hits. And I'm rolling d6s. Alrighty, the first one, it's only 14 points of damage, and the second, 18 points of damage. This is bludgeoning as they smack into you. Go ahead and make me a fortitude save. Let's get this going.
Oh, good.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. No, they cannot do that. Forget I said that. They don't have any special abilities.
Cut it. Just cut it.
Those are reaction attacks, so that is what they do, and that damage goes through, but your hit does as well. Now, how much did you get shooting this one point blank?
19 damage. Wonderful. High 19 damage that I'm sure will just take this guy right out.
Oh no, he's very, very much undead still, so. But that is a hit, and that brings us to next on the turn order, Remy Quindar.
All right, so the one next to Nat that's out of the door. I can see it plainly, correct?
Oh yeah, he's about 10 feet away from you.
All right, well, then I am going to take a shot at him with my artillery laser.
Single shot?
Single shot, no chaser. That is a 24 with get him?
25 with get him.
25 with get him?
That is a hit.
For 25 points of damage.
And fire damage, correct?
Correct.
Doesn't seem to do that much. You burn a hole through this thing, and it scores a nice little hole in its neck. It doesn't seem to care that much about it. Still taking a good deal of that, but it has some resistance, it seems. And that brings us to next on the turn. Edros Veronis, this one is right on top of you as well. Moved right up next to Knack.
Remy, it seemed to resist that attack. What? Do you know why?
They probably got some fire resistance, buddy.
Oh, I was hoping you would roll to find out more.
Please, I can only do survival. My name is Edros.
Please roll mysticism and determine what their defenses are so I know what to attack it with.
What'd you get there, Miles?
A 25.
You are not sure what these things are exactly. Definitely some kind of lithe, fast-moving undead, but yeah, they don't seem to be wearing armor, have weapons on them. It is very odd. What you got, Tyler?
Edros is going to look down at the terrible thing that is up against Knack. He's going to say,
I do not know what you are, but Senrei demands that you be cleansed of your undead existence.
and I am going to put down some divine judgment on this bad boy, which is something I really haven't been able to do in a while, or ever. Have I done it ever?
I feel like you did it one time.
I think you've done it to a few undead, but I don't think they had the old DR except versus like good kind of action. So I'm not sure if it mattered.
Gotcha. So Idras has his magma blade out and his vorpal blade, but with divine judgment, as a move action, he spends a resolve point. He pronounces a creature as an enemy of the faith, which means my weapons will bypass the target's DR and ignore its energy resistances. So that's my move action. And then as a standard, I'm going to go ahead and try and cut it up with the vorpal blade. Better. Almost a 2.
Yeah, I saw that all the time.
But it was a 12. So 33.
Yeah, it's a hit.
38 points of damage.
Okay, this one has taken a number of hits here. In close next to this thing, yeah, it does seem to have some kind of mystical, some kind of magical powers or auras about it. Just can't really tell. You are putting a hurting with just a regular blade, though. You know, maybe you chop off a huge hunk of the side of its undead chest. Still is coming. Doesn't seem phased by it. Doesn't seem to care if you're indeed chopping it in half. Next in the turn order, Alindra Valis. Hey, Rebecca.
Hey, question. Is it still the case that being undead creatures, these would be immune to anything that requires a fort save? Am I correct in assuming that?
Yeah, if they have the undead immunities, that is correct.
I also have a question. Do I count as flanking for Alindra?
Not in the position you are at now. No, you guys are at a 45-degree angle to this first one that has been hit a few times. So you have to be at other side of the creature.
Gotcha.
Straight
Okay,
line through
so-
opposite sides.
I'm going to go toward Photon Attunement, and I'm going to just stand here next to this skulking thing and use my solar weapon twice.
Ooh.
And this has get him on it, right?
Yes, it does. Foolproof.
Yeah, alighting your blade, you can have it out before you get in here. But as soon as you bring it to bear on these things, you see a black, shimmering, kind of oily feature just covering their bodies, and you tell all at once that they seem to be attuned to the graviton side of Solarian powers.
Interesting.
Making those attack rolls, Rebecca?
I am. All right. So that's a 33 to hit.
It's a hit.
Oh my.
All right, so that does 55 damage.
I need range combatants, not melee.
Oh, I will say that 3d6 of those damage rolls are fire, so I don't know if that matters.
That does matter. It doesn't really in another, because you're doing so much damage. But let me see here. Gotta do some math. All right, it is still up after that single massive attack. Please roll a lot.
Here comes another one. Oh, that's a 25 to hit.
Oh, that's a hit. Yes.
Oh, yes.
No. Yes.
Just 47 damage.
A lot less damage.
Whoa. Am I missing something?
I don't know. Probably. I would put money on it.
Plus 2 is 25, minus 4 is 21, or minus 3 is...
Oh, minus 3. Oh, gosh. I wasn't subtracting the minus 3.
Bum, bum, bum. Tyler ruins everyone's fun forever. Is the name of this episode. No,
Yeah, that'd be a 22.
That first one definitely hit over 30, but a 22 against KAC is a miss.
Oh, no.
Yay!
Good call, Tyler.
He's very
Thank
much
you for
alive.
keeping me honest.
Yeah.
Let it be said that Tyler will never be a cheater, and we both love him and hate him for it.
It's okay, though, because we're back to Andis, who got to go in that surprise round up in the rafters almost of this room. But, yeah, there's still a couple in this room with you that yet to sneak outside. What would you like to do, Jupiter?
I'm going to track both of those two as a move action, and I'm going to shoot the one that's sort of directly below me, and I'm going to give it an overcharged deadly aim. Here we go. Here we go. So this is at -2. Oh, that don't matter. That's going to be 29 versus the AC.
That is a hit.
Yeah.
All right, and second point on the board. Ooh, 42 points of damage.
This is the one right beneath you. And first damage I take. It does not seem to have sonic resistance. Second attack?
No, I did use a move to...
You tracked, of course. Blah, blah, blah. Right, automatically hovering up in the rafters. And, oh boy, 2 combats in a row. I rolled the bottom of the order here. So much fun. But thankfully, I have all 3 of my sweet, sweet evil undead still undead, not alive. So, let's see. This one is on top of Knack, Alindra, and Edros. Sees Raimi, doesn't seem to view him as much of a threat right now. So let's D6. And I've rolled a 4, so it's going to try and attack Edros with a attack.
Oh, thank Brock.
I did judge it rather harshly last turn.
Yeah. So it's going to come at you. Let's go ahead and make 4 attacks with this guy. That sounds like a good time. Roll 40-20.
Low. All misses. Oh.
Already, I've rolled a 3 in one of those, but I've also rolled a 19. So let's see. Your KAC is 31.
Correct. 2 misses, 2 hits.
You wish. No, I've rolled that 10, a 3, a 7, and a 19. The 19 is a hit. These rest are misses.
Yes.
Rolled D6 for damage.
Thought maybe that 10 might be good enough.
And 18 points of bludgeoning damage. So no problem. I do need you to make a fortitude save for me, though.
All right. Let me you said 18 points of bludgeoning.
Yes.
So really only 6.
Well, close.
But this fort save might be pretty ugly, so it's my best save. But I roll so poorly.
A 3. Tyler, it's that time of the day when I ask you if you want to use your eelskin jacket, yes or no. Not even knowing if that is a pass or a fail.
This week on Jacket or No Jacket.
Jacket on, jacket off.
I'm going no jacket.
16 is a fail. Very much a fail. And you are flat-footed and off target. Both of the conditions. And also you try and say something to your teammates about feeling magically dampened, and it just comes out gobbledygook. Cannot talk currently.
Good. He needs to stay in his silent corner for not using his eel jacket like a grown-up.
Let me go ahead and roll a D.
It's fantasy timeout.
I've rolled a 3 on a D4, so 3. You are. This is going to last you 3 of something. That is, it's
3 episodes.
3 episodes. It's still the end of the season. Oh boy, this one is going to move. It's going to move backwards a little bit. Knack, you can make an attack of opportunity. With the tail blade.
I'm going to.
Oh jeez, you're so excited to get this thing rolling.
This would be great.
It's a 33 to hit.
19 on the dice is a hit, no matter what. Tailblade going.
Yeah, you want to hear this sweet damage? Are you guys ready for it? You ready for it? 7 damage.
Okay, so yeah, your tailblade whips out and catches this thing on the cheek, and it's not too happy about that. As it stands back, it kind of cranes on one leg and contorts itself into, it looks like stigmata and all kinds of crazy poses of undeath. You can see it kind of, its rib cage rising and falling and then bubbling up in places. And from its skull-like maw, it emits a cone of black, oily, magical darkness. And I need everyone except for Andis, who's up and away right now. Please make me a fortitude save.
Oh my God!
Three natural 20s.
Wow!
All right. Calm down, everyone. I hate you all, first off. 3 natural 20s on these save. Gross. It's disgusting. This is a really cool ability. Thankfully, thank you, Miles, for being a decent human being and rolling a 4. Jeez, so eel jacket, Miles.
Um,
All right, if you roll a 20 right now, we're gonna have some words, but go ahead and make that reroll.
21.
All right, 21. That's fine. That is also a pass. The natural 20s are all passes.
Yes.
And you don't get to know what cool ability this was because you all passed it well.
Which means he's absolutely going to try and use it again.
Yep.
Yeah, no, as much as I want to, I think this one is just going to reach around the door and try 4 attacks against Knack. Now,
Oh, good.
You're getting a good bonus from this door.
Yeah, I feel like Knack's luck was all in that Ellicoth fight. Here we go.
and rolling that 20.
Save me, door.
No, I rolled pretty poorly. Once again, what is your KAC, Drew?
My KAC is 28.
It's going to be a 32 with the cover from the door, so I'm going to roll pretty high. And I've only managed 1 success on 4d20 here, and that's another 19 damage.
Super. Here.
18 points of bludgeoning damage, and that's their entire turn, bringing us to the top of turn order, turn 2, Knackfeldspar. On to you.
All right, Knack is going to take a guarded step just to his back, which is currently the west, which should take me out of the doorway for these other 2 cats. Mm-hmm. And for the guy that we have been attacking this last round, little shambly dude right here, we're going to try another clever attack. So, look, you're not even listening, so pronk you.
The natural 20 on this bluff check. Jeez. You sure you don't want to re-roll that, Drew?
We're going to let that ride.
Success.
I think I have to roll the expertise just out of whatever, but no.
I swear if you do, I'm quitting. You've done it. You've succeeded.
And we're going to take another shot with that Paragon semi-auto pistol. Pow!
Pop, pop. Ooh.
That is a 31 to hit.
Yes, very much a hit.
For 25 points of damage.
Ouch. All right, that is enough on this one that you guys have been wailing on. You put one well-placed bullet through the side of its temple, and it crumples to the ground and also does like a creepy little death rattle, like a swan song where its arms are like kicking and screaming for a second, and then it just becomes deathly silent and a mummified corpse on the ground.
First an Ellicoth, now a shambling horror. You guys gonna keep up? I'm keeping count here. Come on, let's do this.
Yeah, let's roll that. Raimi, we are back to you.
Okay, so I guess Raimi is going to be an idiot and go inside.
Oh, go into the room. It's kind of cleared out the door here.
Yeah.
All right.
And then he is going to shoot his artillery laser rifle at the undead ruffian roughing up his old buddy Andis.
Well, it's like 20 feet below Andis, so hasn't done anything to them yet. But yes, it is very close to them on the map.
That is a 24.
Against EAC is a hit.
For 30 points of damage.
A little bit less than that, but ouch.
For 30 points of damage.
Still a lot. And Edros Fronis, still out on the stairs leading up here. This one dead in front of you. What would you like to do? Oh, you'd like to go to the bathroom and not tell us? Is that what's happening?
No, I can't talk anymore because of the thing.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, jeez, Louise.
Oh.
Tyler can talk.
No. I'm one of those actors that really gets into the role. What are those called?
Annoying people?
I'm a method actor.
I'm a methadone actor.
As a player, I hate you, Tyler, but as your friend, I also hate you. I hate everything you're doing. Give me your action. What do you want to do?
All right, Adros is going to move into the room. He does not want to obstruct Raimi's shot, so he's actually going to move past, probably provoking an attack from this first undead that's just inside to the left of the door.
All right, I'm going to do that. And I've rolled 19 on the dice. Third 19 for these guys. Can I get a regular hit, please? That's only 17 points of damage. Bludgeoning.
All right, that doesn't do much to Adros, as then he's going to try and drive a blade into this other undead creature. And, we'll just use the Vorpal Blade. Maybe see what happens. I just have a weakness to this Vorpal Blade. I won't use it all. Wow, okay, matching numbers.
Super hit. Jeez Louise.
Super hit. Super. 38.
Yeah, to hit is a hit.
And 38 damage. Oh my gosh.
Oh, ouch, 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 ouch. Slashing through this thing's leg, you connect with bone, shatter it in a place. It just hops on its other leg, though. It's very dexterous. Very able to keep up, hopefully. Alindra Valis, though, we're on to you now.
Alindra's sad that Adros didn't move to where she could flank with him, but we're going to move...
You monster, Tyler.
I'm going to move up and around thing that Adros just approached.
Oh, yeah. If you got the movement, you can do that. Not provoke.
Yep. And just a single attack. That's a 36 to hit.
Just a single attack. 18 on the dice. Tons of damage. That's a hit.
So that's going to do, 55 damage. I love this crystal, by the way. It's great.
It's still up. Oh, the transparent aluminum?
No, the photon crystal I got.
Oh, I thought you were admiring the features of the room. It's like,
oh, it's beautiful.
It's a great class. Yeah, it's taken a huge 1-2 punch from Team Adros / Alindra. It is still up, and it is Andis's turn. Two of these things still crawling around down beneath you. What do you want to do, Chipper?
I'm going to take 2 shots at the one that is being attacked by Adros and Alindra right now.
Already.
And I'm going to use my deadly aim. So I'm at -6 plus 1 from coordinated shot. And then any get him on that guy?
No, the get him guy died.
Okay, cool.
Again. Died again.
Yes, well, quit killing him.
So taking a full attack, I think this will drop you down to the ground afterwards. Because it's at least a swift action to stay hovering the jetpack.
Is that true?
Is that something you want to do, or do you want to single attack?
Yeah, sure, whatever. Who cares?
Is this other guy going to be alive by the time... Oh, yes, he will. Wait, because you're attacking the other one. But
right, yeah.
This will put you right next to this other undead dude.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, Louise.
Oh, boy.
All right.
Gross.
So that's going to be... Oh, hang on a second. So that's going to be... Yeah, I'm going to get my calculator real quick.
No, I don't like it when calculated. That's too much. Oh, boy. I'm just looking at the damage now, and... Ooh.
Yeah, that'll be 57 points of damage.
Its chest literally explodes, spraying bones and tanned hide across the room. Very dead.
Well, then can I use a swift action to just stay right there?
That I will. Okay, cool. Normally you should be blowing this a second shot at this guy, but
Andis, you see Adros look at you and start trying to yell at you something, but there are no words coming out.
I think the sound's coming out. It's just sort of like garbled. So it's just like
you can tell he's unhappy, but you can't tell. You can't quite put the words in.
Perhaps comms are down or something. But
I'll look at your comm unit when we're done.
All right, yeah, you guys have divided up amongst the room pretty well here. This one lone survivor is taking a look at Alindra and Adros, having destroyed its other friend here in the room. Can you both make me a fortitude save as it unleashes this black cone of gross magical ability? Ooh.
Okay. That's right.
Good one from Tyler. Alindra, 16. Now, you've already used that eel jacket, so there's no recourse here. That is a failure, and we get to find out what this does. This ability, thank goodness. Oh, it is... as soon as this thing hits you, a wave of energy just kind of washes out of your body, and it seems like your suit is still working fine. Environmental protection's working fine, but it just knocks the wind out of you, and you are fatigued as per the condition, as you are having difficulty trying to catch breath here. So fatigued, -1 to basically everything. And I've rolled a 1 on the D4. That is its turn. Actually, it's going to, because that is a standard action, it's going to take its move and just get all up on top of Edros. No. Turn 3, Knack Feldspar. Drew, what you got?
What kind of vision do I have of this guy right now?
You are outside the room, right outside the doors, so you can peek around the corner and shoot at it if that's something you'd like to do.
It is something I would like to do. Get him. Clever attack.
Oh, no.
That is a 23 bluff check.
Now, would you like to re-roll your sweet 3 on a dice, or would you like to add your bonus, your expertise?
I believe I get to know whether I've passed or failed at this point.
That's a failure.
Okay.
But by what amount?
But by what amount?
By what?
I'm going to re-roll. Throw caution to the wind.
Yeah, I think you could do better than throw.
There we go.
Better than a 3. Another natural 20. Jeez.
Wasting them on this bluff check.
These skill checks, yeah.
Yeah, so this guy's get him. He is flat-footed. Let's see what we can do with a Paragon semi-auto pistol. A fire. That is a 21 to hit. Not great.
Miss.
We're back to 3s.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. Drew, I like people that roll low that are not me. Raimi Quindar, we're back to you.
So Raimi's just gonna fire a magic missile.
Oh, man. Style. Standing still.
For 17 points damage.
19 points of damage. Nope.
19
sorry.
points of damage.
Nope, 17.
17 points of damage.
We'll figure this out one day, folks.
Wrong get him, sorry.
Yeah, so all 3 of these missiles thwomp, 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 beat into its undead mummified skin, and immediately its head turns around, Linda Blair style, and looks at you, and its mouth just opens up, and it looks like in this vacuum it is screaming in your direction. Raimi.
I regret everything.
Edros Veronis, maybe your friends can save you before the Dune is about to come to Raimi Town. What you got, Tyler?
Dross looks at
if you
this
say
thing
you
and
can't
goes,
speak, I'm gonna kill you.
Adros looks at this terrible undead creature and goes, Harfenlager! And then attacks many times.
How many times?
3 times.
Oh no! Oh, we need some low rolls here, listeners at home. We need some low rolls.
Not gonna get him with that one.
16 on the dice is a hit.
Yes.
All right, 37 points of damage.
Still up. Oh no!
That's a miss.
Yeah, 4 on the dice. Get that out of my face.
Come on. Oh, this one might be close.
Mm-hmm.
I can do math. I can't.
We've established that none of us can do math.
26.
That is a hit against KAC.
41 points of damage.
And with that, yeah, you chop this thing's head off, cutting it in half after these 2 giant swings that have connected, and the head rolls to Raimi's feet, where it looks like it is still trying to attack him.
And Raimi kicks it like a soccer ball.
It's like trying to gnaw at your ankles. But we are out of combat.
Woo! Pew! All right.
Well,
these are undead, magical undead. They are indeed powered with Solarian energy. Korobozos. Your characters might not know that, but we will hear these monk-like creatures.
I'll try to know that. Here, let me make a physical science check.
But it's mysticism. Do you have some kind of special ability that allows you to know this?
I super do. It's a 41 on the physical science check.
Oh yeah, you know all about these things after.
Where were you, Jabert, when I
Mummified remain.
It takes a move action.
Jabert, you stingy boy!
It's so much. I need the move action so much.
You stingy boy!
Oh boy, yeah. So you're amongst the still kind of gently shaking and moving corpses of these undead monks. Basically, they are centuries old. Corabozos. We'll talk about them some more in the future. But you know a few things about them. But yeah, as you're stepping forward, examining remains, the rest of you, the 4 large display cases in this room catch your attention. For they are, even if you are not inclined, you can feel they're giving off these magical auras, these very powerful, mystical energies just kind of penetrating you. The gold and silver and copper items in the cases are twinkling in the light. And as you walk forward a bit, slowly a 5th case, glass case, transparent aluminum, descends from the ceiling. Inside its bejeweled and gold-plated casing, you see something that will rock your world, bringing you all to its knees. For inside this 5th and final case is a placard that reads,
Gavilar's Knor. Oh.
Jabert's off the podcast. You don't step on my to be continued. I'm winding up like Casey at the bat here.
Wait, didn't he strike out real bad? Wasn't that the whole thing?
He did.
The pitcher did well. I was winding up like the pitcher.
Well, I was Casey at the bat again for you.
Oh man.
Well, we're going to find out about what these magical undead are next week and what these magical items are.
They're power coins, Ruby Power Rangers. 5 coins, 5 Rangers.
It makes perfect sense.
Yes.
They got the rights somehow. Paizo got the rights.
Hey, there's 5 of us. There's 5 of them.
We're the Porky Rompers.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Completely legally distinct. We will find out next week. We have a lot to talk about next week, and we'll figure out where to go after this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you guys made short work of a couple of sets of 3 best friends, Ellicoths and Corabozos.
Yeah.
Feeling good about level
Send more than
12.
3 things after us.
More like Carabozos, am I right?
No.
No.
We had a couple of instances of really good teamwork, gotta say.
Yeah, and really good dice
Things are
roll.
clicking.
So
Yes.
they may be best friends, but we're best friends too.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah, we're best friends forever.
We're 5 best friends. There were only 3 best friends.
Our best friend,
Everybody
our best
knows
friend
that's
bonus
2
is
more
higher.
best friends.
Oh,
Get some more friends, nerds.
Yeah.
Come back and see
at
us.
Central Park.
We'll find out if the best friends friendship can survive the rest of the command deck next week. Thank you guys for playing with me this week.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Patrick.
you for running.
Oh, say to everyone out there listening, thanks for listening. Have a great week.
Have a great week.
Thank you.
Week.
Bye.